Good afternoon! Shoutout sa mga nandito na. Shoutout sa iyo, Mikri Gamer. Salamat sa iyong pagbisita. Siyempre, don't forget to like na rin ang ating live stream siyempre. We're now in gameplay number 3 of Lost Judgment. Dalawang araw tayong hindi nakapag-stream kasi nga sumakit yung aking mga goats. So, pero without any further ado, siyempre, tuloy natin ang Lost Judgment ni Yagami. Twin B, Song Red, shout out sa iyo! Yeah! Musta na, Twin B? Ang ating taga Singapore na sikse. Ano ba yan tayo? Chapter 2, no? Chapter 2, Vicious. The Vicious. The Vicious, the Vicious. Don't forget to like our live stream, guys. Thank you very much. Tuloy pa rin ang investigation natin sa eskwelahan. Marami palang masalimutin sa school na to.
May I help you with something, Yagami-san?
You sure can. Only thing is, where to start? Remember how you told me about a student teacher went missing?
Oh,
This is him, right? Hiro Mikoshiba.
how do you have that photo? But yes, that's him.
I'd like to ask a bit about him in relation to a separate investigation.
What is it you need to know? Did something happen to him?
I'm afraid I can't give you any details. This request comes from a very close colleague. I'm sure you understand. It's a matter of detective-client privilege. I know that isn't much consolation. But if it's any comfort, I would never disclose anything about your case either.
But don't you see? Mikoshiba-kun was officially reported missing. Please, can you tell me something?
I promise. I'll tell you everything I can when I can. But for now, let me ask the questions.
Very well. Go ahead.
I'll start with the basics. Mikoshiba-kun was a graduate here, correct? And that's why he came back to train as a teacher?
That's correct.
How long was he supposed to be here?
3 weeks originally. He'd nearly finished his time with us. But one day he simply stopped coming. It was as if all was well, then suddenly he was gone. Or at least that's how I'd heard it.
Were you two not that close?
No, we had barely exchanged a word since he arrived.
Wasn't there a pretty dark rumor about Mikoshiba-kun 4 years back? Something about how he drove a student to suicide?
You mean what was dredged up online? Yes, I'm aware of it. However, in the subsequent lawsuit, that rumor was put to rest. The court found no evidence of bullying.
But you had your doubts, didn't you? So you called on us to take a deeper look.
Well, yes, but let's not get confused. The tragedy from 4 years ago does weigh on us, but we've washed our hands of the matter.
Well, you say that, yet I can't help circling back to the same question. Why would the head of a school hire detectives to monitor his students in secret? Potentially even out of pocket.
Well, For one thing, it would reflect poorly on our institution were I to openly suspect our students. Then there's the issue of bullying being recorded and shared online. You know what kind of firestorm that can cause. I should mention, I'm the one who takes the fall for it. My own privacy be damned. So of course I would opt for secrecy.
That's fair. But what that still doesn't answer is why this is happening now.
I'm not sure I follow.
The police performed what's called a trace element inspection to prove the perpetrator came in contact with the victim. Even something as small as clothing fibers or skin cells can net you a big win at court. Not that it's a game, of course.
And how is this relevant exactly?
Oh, not a bad question, actually. I'm sure this was going somewhere.
Were your thoughts on that runaway train talk?
Could this be what riled you up?
But this is...
This is footage of Akihiro Ihara 2 months ago, captured up in Tokyo. The man was an active duty police officer, so of course it made the rounds in the media. But you already knew all that. After all, he's the one who sued your school on account of what his son endured here. Bullying that led to suicide.
Well, that's... undeniable.
And now that he's in the spotlight, any more problems at Serio would lead people to start connecting the dots. The police would dig up that suicide in no time, regardless of whatever the court had ruled. They might even reach the conclusion you had covered the whole thing up. I get the feeling that's why we're really here, to prevent another mess on your hands.
Oh, I see now. Our job's to sniff out any bullying, then you sweep it under the rug.
That's simply not true.
You sure about that?
At least,
The thought never even crossed your mind?
perhaps it did. The scenario you described was painfully accurate. Every time I saw Ihara-san on TV, I'd grow sick with worry that it could all boil over on us here at any moment.
I can assure you, Chairman, I'm not here to cause any trouble. I only want to learn about Mikoshiba-kun.
In that case, you should speak with Sawa-sensei. She was his teaching mentor.
Her? Great. Just my luck.
See? I told you we should have stayed on her good side.
How was I supposed to know?
So, would you like me to call her back here?
No, thanks. I should go see her myself. Do a bit of smoothing over.
In that case, you may want to go downstairs and see if she's in the faculty room. She should still be on lunch.
Perfect. I've got another chance to shoot my shot.
Sorry, Kaito-san, but I'm fielding this one alone. Tsukumo, you guys can clear out too.
What? You're benching all of us? Just like that?
I don't understand the meaning of this, Yagamishi.
If I had time to explain, I would. Just trust me on this for now.
After talking to the chairman, let's go to the faculty room. Alright, Mr. Yagami, let's investigate.
I'm sorry.
Kopya talaga
Did you
yung mga
need something,
faculty
sir?
sa ano,
Oh,
Japanese
is
tsaka
Sawa-sensei
parang
here?
ganyan din yata sa mga Korean eh,
She
no, na
should be
school.
back shortly.
Mga napapanood ko
May
sa
I
mga
ask who's
teleserye,
waiting for her?
sa mga
Well,
K-dramas,
no one's special
mga
here.
school.
I just need to have a quick word with her. is all.
Dindiretsura.
Maybe you could tell me where her desk is?
It's right over there. The one with all the English books.
Thank you. Suspicious.
Investigation complete.
What are you doing here? I thought you'd have gone by now.
Supladita.
Yes, well, I need to ask you a couple things.
Such as?
Such as how close you were to Hiro Mikashiba.
What?
Wala ka sa date.
I heard from Chairman Okuda you were mentoring him as a teacher. I believe this was 2 months ago?
Why do you of all people want to know?
Did you notice anything unusual before he disappeared? Any sign of trouble he might have had?
I can't say for sure. He just stopped showing up one day. Really, that's all I know.
Is that really all you can tell me? Nothing jogging the memory?
I said that's all.
You know what, let's start over. Why don't we talk about him as a student? You were already a teacher here by then, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Back when a student here committed suicide, there were rumors online about how it could have been caused by bullying. And Miko Shiba-kun's name came up as one of the potential bullies.
Yes, but those were just rumors.
So he wasn't involved in any teasing?
I teach English, and that's what I was focused on. So as far as I knew, Miko Shiba-kun was a good student with solid grades back then. And during his time in training, I was under the impression he got along with the students just fine.
He's not the type to bully then?
I would say no.
Then why would those rumors exist in the first place?
You're asking the wrong person.
Kaduda-duda.
4 years ago, the court determined this school was not responsible for a bullying-related suicide.
You mean Ahara-san's lawsuit? The father of the student who died and an officer in Tokyo? He was arrested the other day. Well, I'm sure you've seen the news.
Yes, but what of it? What exactly is the point you're trying to make here?
I believe Ahara-san still thinks his son killed himself because of Mikoshiba-kun.
Let me ask you something, Yagami-san.
By all means.
What are you trying to accomplish? Didn't you finish this whole business with the chairman? If that wasn't enough, you got security called on you. You clearly have zero regard for anyone here. You should have had the sense to leave long before now.
Believe me, once I learn what I need about Mikoshiba-kun, I'm gone.
In that case, you've already got everything you need from me.
One last question. You and the chairman both mentioned how Mikoshiba-kun got along with the students here. Anyone in particular that he was close to?
The kids in the basketball club? Mikoshiba-kun was in that club back when he was a student. Apparently, he was showing up to their practices.
The basketball club. That includes the gang from before, right?
Yes. They all spent quite a bit of time with him.
Itong mga bully na to.
All right. With that, I'll get out of your hair. Appreciate your time, Matt. Sawa-sensei.
Just a minute!
Kaito-san, you there? Tell me you're still on campus.
Why? You suddenly decide you need me after all?
Man, don't be like that.
You enjoy playing teacher's pet with Sawa-sensei?
You mean, did I enjoy getting eviscerated by her? She hates my guts at this point. That aside, I did get some interesting intel, and that's where you come in.
Huh? What for?
I want to find those bullies in the basketball club. Think you can fly the pigeon for me?
So I do have a purpose. Ain't that something? All right then. It's drone time.
It's
Thanks.
drone time.
I'll start scoping out the gymnasium.
Alright, let's head to the gymnasium. Cafeteria, parang food court ah. Mashe. Yakisoba pan. Ito lang ang tinda sa school. Okay.
ありがとうございました。
Arigatou gozaimashita. We're gonna approach these bullies. Parang ang bigat naman ng bola, hindi masyadong tumatalbog.
Close one. Almost got it.
Shout out sa ating free
Your
active
quota's
viewers,
off
don't
class
forget to like
2
our
too,
live
right?
stream, syempre. Thank you very
Basketball
much.
too.
Happy Wednesday.
You have a second? I have some questions about a student teacher who taught classes here named Mikoshiba. Ow! Really?
Yo, you read me talk? That posse of little shitheads just went strutting into the gym with some bats.
Kaito-san, can you at least try to warn me a little sooner next time?
Why? You worried?
Hey! Why are you still here,
Naghahanap ng mga sakit ng katawan.
Anyway,
Talking pretty big for taking a cheap shot while my back was turned.
You had it coming, shady old fuck.
Coda! Hey, you been spilling anything to this guy?
I didn't say anything.
I'll fill you in. I was asking her about Mikoshiba, a student teacher who disappeared from school not too long ago. You guys know him, right? The basketball club would.
don't bother trying to talk to us like we're your fucking friends, asshole.
I wanna bash your fucking skull in. You'll die before I tell you shit.
You wiped the floor with us yesterday. Only fair for you to take a handicap.
I don't mind at all. Sure. All good. But it's still gonna be pretty one-sided.
You're so full of shit. I'm gonna kick your
Let's
ass!
get ready to rumble!
Come on! Watch this!
You're out! Oh ha? Oh ha? Oh ha?
You've got a lot of guts for your age, kid. But come on. You really need a better outlet for all that aggression.
Let me go!
Just what on earth is going on in here?
Hey, let's roll out.
I'm gonna do you a favor here and leave out the part about the bats.
Are you even listening?
Yes, ma'am. We were just horsing around a bit. Right?
Just horsing around is right.
You really are unbelievable. Why are you attacking defenseless students on their school property? How many times must I tell you to leave our school alone?
For what it's worth, the chairman asked me to be here.
Oh, good. Let's drag him into this. How should our chairman explain you to the mob of irate parents that will be at his door any second now? Don't worry, there's a very good reason we hired these ragtag detectives to spy on and beat up your kids.
Not the words I'd use.
If I hear anything else about you, anything, I'm going straight to the press. I'm under no obligation to cover for anyone. Oh, and your attire is atrocious. When you show up at a school, at least try to look the part. Now go home.
You hear all that, Kaito-san? I have a funny feeling I'm not wanted here. Can I talk to the chairman real quick?
I'm afraid Sawa-sensei's made her point clear. Perhaps it's best you take your leave. After all, you've satisfied the bulk of my request.
Wait. Okay, how about this? You can hire me on as a teacher. That way, I can stay on campus no problem, right?
But you can't teach without a license. You don't happen to have one, do you?
No, but I do have a lawyer's badge. How's that for certification?
You're a lawyer? Well, that certainly is a respectable position, but it's not exactly a license to educate.
Can't we work something out?
I'm afraid something isn't specific enough. Although, there is always the off chance that you can serve as an outside consultant. A guidance counselor, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. Like a club advisor. Do you happen to have a kung fu club? I've got a few tricks I could show some kids.
No, there's nothing of the sort. And on that note, I believe each club already has an advisor assigned.
That's unfortunate.
Me again. I say it's time we hightailed it out of here. No use sitting around on our asses, right? Why don't you meet us back here and we'll go?
I can't. Not until I find something for Sari-san.
Suit yourself. Don't work too hard now.
Ang plano pa mag-apply sa school
Aha! Stop right there!
Huh?
I knew it!
Sino naman
Suspicion confirmed!
Can I help you?
Actually, you already have. I didn't think you'd be foolish enough to show your face around here again.
I'm sorry, but do I... Oh.
always say perpetrators return to the scene of the crime. And you just proved the old adage true, Monsieur Voyeur.
Monsieur Voyeur? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your pervy little upskirt scheme. Seriously, hiding a camera under the stairs? And at
Yung
your age?
pinagbebenta ng
Shame on you, sir.
pervert siya.
Yeah, you lost me. Now, if you don't mind, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Oh no, you don't! I have irrefutable proof of your crime. Why, the very shoes on your feet. You're wearing the exact same sneakers as the pervert from yesterday, and don't think they'll carry you to safety today.
Okay, what is happening here? Sorry, but your evidence is my shoes? Everybody here's got shoes, young lady.
Shout out, King Hans. Thank you sa
In fact, I'm probably
pagbisita.
not the only person with this exact pair.
Your shoe style is merely the icing on the cake. You see, before the pervert arrived yesterday, I had covered the floor around the camera with a clear polymer that shines under black light.
Huh?
It's an oil-based substance, so it lasts a few days. Your soles are stained with it as we speak. Which means you came bumbling back to the scene of
Basta-basta
the
na
crime
King Hans.
while
Yeah.
wearing the very evidence of your misdeeds.
Kasi siya yung nagbibintang ng pervert ang buga.
Lamenting your misfortune already? That's what you get for crossing the Mystery Research Club of Serio High.
Mystery Research Club?
Now, if you'll follow me to the faculty room, monsieur.
Oh, wait, just hold on, okay? There's no way I'd have noticed an invisible substance on my shoes. I'll give you that much. But even if I did step in some mystery goop, does that really prove what you're saying? With so many people on campus, any number of them could have walked over that spot.
No, only the perpetrator stepped in the coating. I know this because I was there watching your fiasco. And of course, I had the PE teacher who was with me agree to serve as witness. Why don't you just give it up already?
I guess time to flee.
There's no escape, sir. I have even more proof of your crimes. The camera may be gone, but fortunately, I snapped a photo of it before it got taken away. With that, I determined everything there is to know about your camera, down to the store where you bought it. Turns out it's an online exclusive, customized to capture high-resolution footage with an inconspicuous design.
Lupit ng
Were I to supply
estudyante
this
nito.
information to the police, they would track down the owner soon enough. After all, the shop would have no choice but to cooperate with a police investigation. Do I need to spell it out any further? You, monsieur, are ensnared. Therefore, I think it would be wise to do what I say.
Okay, let's negotiate.
Let's say we have a chat.
A chat?
Yeah. Now, I can't give out any details, but having the cops on me would be extremely problematic. So, I'd like to resolve this as amicably as possible. Think we can come to terms here?
I will agree to one thing only. Hearing the unadulterated truth. And make no mistake, I will not be misled by diversion, threats, bribes, sob stories. Nothing of the sort. Hold it right there! If you run away, my evidence goes straight to the police!
Punta ka. L3.
Suspicious. What the? Look at me. Do I really look like a pervert who'd sneak into a school for dirty pictures?
Well, no, actually. Not at first glance.
Right? So, drop the Monsieur Voyeur.
But I would be an utter failure as a mystery connoisseur to fall for such elementary misdirection.
What?
No matter where or when the story is told, the perpetrators in mysteries are often those who draw the least suspicion. This trope carries over into the real world as well, so the fact that you don't look like a criminal proves nothing.
Really?
If you think you can fool this mystery fiend, you'd better think again.
Suspicious.
Ayun, sula na lang. Bigyan mo na siyang pera. Ulisit.
You're Kyoko Amasawa-san, right? President of the Mystery Research Club?
So what if I am?
I saw your flyer. Sounds like your club's in a tough spot.
You're not wrong. Our current advisor got married and quit teaching, and we can't find anyone else to take her spot. On top of that, the chairman's been reluctant to bring in anyone from outside, so the MRC may be in dire straits. But your arrival marks our revival. Should I turn you in as a voyeur, it would make a fine feather in my cap. It would also prove the value of the MRC, so the chairman would have no choice but to solicit an advisor for us.
Well, that all sounds fine on paper, but the real-life logistics may not play out that way. You'll need a competent professional in your area of interest, but you think they have time for volunteer work?
When you put it that way, it does seem like a long shot.
Right? So here's my proposition. I'm gonna ask, just in case. How much do you need to solve your problem?
Excuse me?
Well, you're gonna need the funds to hire an outside counselor, right?
You think that money can tempt me? I will not stand for this, monsieur! The only thing I seek is the truth. Anything else would besmirch the name of the MRC.
How about you make me your advisor?
You? Advise the MRC?
Why not? A Kamurocho-based detective not good enough?
You're a detective?
Oh yeah. I'm Takayuki Yagami from the Yagami Detective Agency. I was asked to come investigate your school. That's about all I can let slip.
So then, the hidden camera was for your investigation?
I'll let you deduce that yourself. Client confidentiality and all that. But I will say one thing. I'm here to stop shady business, not start it.
If he wasn't shooting up skirts, then what was he trying to see? Rather, who was he trying to see? Who put him up to it? Our staff? Ugh, so many variables!
Listen, I don't mean to interrupt, but hello? As I was trying to say, becoming your advisor could work out well for both of us. I'm not done here by a long shot. One of your teachers is bent on seeing me gone.
Really? Who?
Sawa-sensei. She thinks I have no business being here, and frankly, it's been hard to prove her wrong. But if I were to advise your club,
Shout out 5 active
it'd be all the
viewers.
reason
Don't
I
forget
need
to
to
like
stay
our
on
live
campus.
stream. Thank you.
So what do you
Happy
think?
Wednesday, guys.
It's a win-win situation, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if it's experience you want, believe me, I've been around the block when it comes to mysteries.
I believe I understand. The purpose you stated for being here does fit the circumstances better than my original theory. But I will not be persuaded so easily. So, I propose a test.
A test?
Right this way, please.
What? Hey!
Anong place yun? Office nila.
Huh? Who's this, sis?
This is Yagami-san, our new advisor candidate. However, I intend to test him first. See if he's legitimate.
Fine by me. I'm Kento Amasawa, Kyoko's younger brother. Also the MRC's bodyguard. When your sister's as nosy as mine, you've got to step up your game to keep her safe.
Please have a seat, Yagami-san.
After you.
Oh, how kind of you. So, Amasawa-san, back to the topic at hand here. So, getting back to this test of yours.
Yes. So, based on what you've told me, I'm inclined to drop your charges altogether. A detective setting up cameras is believable. That being said, I'd also be a fool to take you at your word. If this is a ruse,
Oh,
I'd be unleashing a
Yami,
pervert
shout
on
out
school.
Kenn, let's play.
Well, the caution is admirable.
Yes, sana
Then you
all.
shouldn't
Walang
mind if I test both
supporter.
your
Yeah.
skills as a detective and your character as a person. And once that's over, the club will reach a decision. We'll either accept you as our mentor, or turn you in as a deviant.
I get the picture. So what does this test entail?
Actually,
Salamat sa
we've been dealing with a
pagbisita.
rather
Oh,
risky
Yami,
case
Kenn,
as
let's
of late.
play.
So your job is to resolve it.
How risky are we talking?
Well, it's about as risky as it is risque. Yagami-san, have you ever heard of a sugar baby?
Huh? You mean a younger girl getting paid to date an older guy?
Puta, meron na sugar daddy, may ito
Now, our
naman sugar
current case
baby.
involves one such sugar baby. It seems that one of our dance club girls has grown a reputation for dating older men. Unfortunately, I've yet to pin down exactly who this is.
All you know is she's in dance club? Well, I understand why you'd want to know more, but what about this warrants investigation? She in danger?
The issue
Siyempre,
at hand
idol
is that she
kita,
may be
OG
doing
Yami,
more
Kenn,
than
let's
dating,
play.
and it's putting her
The
safety
GOAT
at risk.
of YouTube. Sana
Well,
all.
we found this out
Walang
online,
supporter para
so
may
we're
17
admittedly
viewers.
speculating a bit here. But apparently this girl's pretty infamous for what they call her vanishing act.
Care to elaborate?
She strings the mark along, going on a few dates for an
Meron ka ba nga na
agreed-upon
ngayon,
sum.
premiere?
Then she goes in for the kill.
Kung
She gets a
nagla-live ako ng
large
ganito,
upfront
lagi kong
payment
chinecheck
for
kung may
promising to
premiere kayo
seal
para
the
siyempre,
deal. And
alam mo
then,
namang
poof!
views,
Gone are the
like, and
wind.
comment lang ang kaya ko
Okay, I
i-support
can
sa
see how
iyo.
that might make her enemies, but
Sana
some
mapatanggap
guy,
mo
isn't
yung
it?
support kong yun.
I mean, he's paying to date an underage girl, and he thinks he has the right to complain?
You're not wrong.
Wala
Problem
pa.
is, her latest mark, a violent, foul-mouthed thug, isn't so self-aware. I believe rape and murder were his choicest threats. So yeah, we can't just write this one off.
Oh, yeah. That's a concern.
Mm-hmm. And now he has his gang roaming the streets, searching high and low for the girl who conned him. I'd say that establishes the risk clearly enough. As soon as we found out, we've been trying to find the sugar baby and warn her ASAP.
Thank you.
Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah.
If we don't act, she could be in very real danger.
I think
Kasi
we're
once na
finally seeing
nakahiga
eye to
na ako,
eye,
pwede na lang
Yagi-san.
ako manood pero hindi na ako
After all, the
makakakomment.
truly artful detective can solve
Kasi
incidents
nanonood na lang
before
ako
they
sa
even
PS4
occur.
eh.
That's not quite how it works, but sure. Could you tell me what the Mystery Research Club actually does? It seems like the advisor ought to know that.
So, I founded the Mystery Research Club last year. Primarily, we function as a book club, critiquing mystery novels from many different cultures and eras. But when the opportunity is ripe, we also engage in more involved activities. And by that, I mean solving the mysteries around us.
Oh, you mean go sleuthing, like on a case. So that's what you were up to. I've got to say, as a potential advisor, I'm not exactly psyched to hear you go around looking for trouble.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We don't do this for kicks, and I'm not a fan of danger. If we could all be armchair detectives, free to investigate from afar, surely that would be ideal.
Yeah, don't I know it.
Unfortunately, that is rarely, if ever, possible.
Okay lang
Say our
yun, basta natsyempohan ko naman yung
investigative senses were to
premiere mo,
draw us
nandun
toward
naman
a
ako
mystery
lagi.
that escapes even the school
Yun nga
and
lang
the
talagang wala na
police.
sa oras ang tulog
Why,
ko.
letting such
Sirang-sira
haste
na
slip away
yung
would be anathema to our
oras ng
club's
tulog
founding
ko.
principles.
While I do admire your passion, why put yourself at risk? You'd be safer handing it off to the authorities.
Then shouldn't we hand you off to the authorities?
Well, now, let's not be hasty.
I take
Tsaka
it
hindi
you
sa
see my
lahat ng
point
oras
there.
sa harapan ako
Some
ng
cases
computer
aren't
ko.
so cut and dry.
You make some valid points. In any case, now that the situation's clear, I'd like to get on with the test. Just tell me where to start, and I'll be there.
It is said that the great Sherlock Holmes was able to freely change his
Pero
appearance
sana all
into that
talaga,
of a total
walang
stranger.
supporter.
From helpless old woman to shipyard vagrant, he deceived the masses and
The best
never
ka
lost
talaga.
the lead, all thanks to a good disguise.
So, you want me to go undercover?
Yep, any detective worth their salt should have no trouble with that. You're going to infiltrate the dance club as an advisor and return with a lead on the sugar baby. That is your test.
Wait, you want me to teach a dance club?
If it's required, then yes.
Siyempre,
I
alam mo
want
naman,
you to
tignan mo
win
na si
their hearts
Daddy.
in
Oh.
ways I myself
Nga lang,
cannot.
dalawang araw ako hindi nakapag
Those girls are a close-knit
hindi
group.
nakapag-live
They'd
kasi
never
nabagana
trespass
naman
on
yung
the
daliri
side.
ko. Sakit.
However, if a cool
Dalawang
new
araw
stranger
namabaga.
gained their trust,
Buti nga ngayon, konti na lang pero kaya naman bumindot.
How am I supposed to be a convincing advisor if I've never danced once in my life?
that's okay. It's rare for their advisors to get
Eto
up
ako,
and do it
di ba?
themselves.
Balik,
They
normal
generally
lang.
teach from a book.
Balik sa
If it's any consolation,
premiere
their
lang ng
current
ganito.
advisor never even shows up.
premiere.
So,
Live lang
you'll
ako
already
lagi
have
ng live ng ganito. Kasi ito lang
Just
oras
give
ko
them a few
mag-live.
pointers, act
Pag
authoritative,
sinipag mamaya,
and soon enough,
magla-live uli.
you'll
Basta
be
pag
the
sinipag ako
closest
mag-live,
confidant.
magla-live ako.
Easy peasy.
Wala naman akong pinipiling oras eh.
Easy peasy? To teach something I know nothing about?
I'm sure you can figure that out. That is, if you really are a detective and not some snaky imposter.
You're really putting me through the ringer, you know that? I guess I'll have to prevail with the power of vague advice.
Good, then let's move. The dance club will be starting their practice any minute. They're in the gym basement, in case you didn't know.
I know her test might be tough, Yagami-san, I think you'd make a pretty rad advisor. So good luck.
Huh? Oh.
Oo naman, laro lang ng laro talaga ako. Kilala mo naman ako, OG Yami. Daddy, lagi lang ng laro. Oh, sama ng tingin ng babae ah. Saan punta? Meet the dance club. Oo, maraming matatapos na game basta easy mode lang lagi. Tama si Daddy, easy and chill. Minsan lang mag-hardcore, Diablo. Taas ba? Pababa? Pababa lang tayo. Sana all may 2K24. Dahil mo nakapost nun, Kenn, let's play ah. Ang dami nun ah. May sa Switch, may sa PS4, may PS5, may Xbox.
Right there.
Sana all.
Something's not right. I feel so out of it. Sayaka Nishizono, I'd like a word with you. Hey, aren't you Amasawa from the Mystery Research Club? You betcha. Don't worry, I come bearing good news. Oh great, the MRC. What do you want with us? We're not up to anything.
Wala pa sa September ano pa eh. September 8 pa yata ang release or 10.
I only wanted to introduce you to someone. What are you getting at? To preface this, I noticed your club advisor hasn't been showing up much lately. Yeah,
Affiliate
apparently he got
links?
really sick. We're lucky if we see him a couple times a month.
Ah, may commission ka, ganon. Ayos ah. Maraming bibili nun.
And we've got to
Malaki makukuha mo.
It's so much pressure. I see. Then the stars really did align in your favor.
Malaki makukuha mo nun kasi madaming bibili.
Listen, Senpai, I know we might seem
Imposible walang
desperate,
bumili nun.
but it's not like we need any favors.
Okay pa. Sana all.
Don't worry, you don't owe me for this. I'm offering you a potential advisor
Oo,
as a
pwede pre-order. Ibig sabihin, hindi pa naman release kaya...
potential advisor? Let's not sweat the small stuff. The important thing is,
Ikalat mo na ikalat ng ikalat. Kung may ano ka,
as a stand-in advisor.
tag dun.
Help with their routine.
Sumali ka dun yung sa group ng 2K. 2K
Oh my gosh,
Philippines.
really?
2K Philippines.
This is just what we needed. You know, I can tell
Mga
you
group
have
dun.
certainly something about you. So
Salihan
how
mo
long
lahat ng
have
group
you
ng
been
2K.
a dancer?
I'm not.
Oh, so modest. This is like one of those dream come true moments in a movie. I've been literally racking my brain trying to come up with a workable routine.
Ikaw naman, puro ka negative
I'm
eh.
so glad that's on you now.
Whoa, time out.
Puro ka...
I'm missing some
Puro ka
important
ganyan eh. Kung hindi sa walang sumusuporta
This is
sa'yo,
your
walang
wrecking
nanonood
boss
sa'yo.
moment. You need to dive headfirst into the challenge.
Ano ka,
Don't you get it?
ano eh, pinangungunahan mo agad eh.
Do you think we can get started?
Para saan pa yung
We've been
pagpapakapagod
practicing
mo
and
kung pinangungunahan mo na
practicing,
agad
but
ng
something
negative?
about our choreography
Diba?
feels off. We all know our moves and everybody's got rhythm, so all that should be left is bringing our A game. But it feels like we're still missing something, you know? That wow factor. It's really kind of down to the wire to be figuring this stuff
Oh,
out.
hindi
but I
mabubuo ang
know
$1
we're
nang walang
still
60
trying.
cents. Inisipin mo, kumbaga sa
So,
piso,
can I
pag
ask
walang
for your
benching
first
ko, walang
impression?
piso.
Does our routine need
Ganun
more
lang
going
yun.
on, or
You know, it's hard to say what's going on at this point.
I shouldn't have to say this, but keen observation is elementary for a detective.
And?
And you need to
Puro
tell them what
negative.
you observed. You did have your eyes open, didn't you?
Saan pa yung pagpo-post mo ng ano, ng mga Bible verse na pang positive thinking, tapos negative naman ang iniisip mo. Sana all King has. Thank you. Kailangan laging positive lang. Hindi ba negative yun? Siguro mali lang pagkakaintindi ko siguro. Timing, make a bigger impact.
I think your performance could use a little more flair.
Ay, nasasayaw na si
Flair?
Yagami.
How so?
Well, you're already in perfect sync, and everyone knows.
Sana all
your part.
maabilidad na katulad mo nga eh.
How to
Utsa
put
po,
it?
kahit pa 60
You were
cents
right.
lang yan, no?
It needs something that's going to leave a lasting impact.
I see what you mean. Maybe we are just kind of going through the motions
Pera is
here.
pera.
If only we
Every
could come up
cent
with better
counts.
stuff. Oh, maybe you could give us some suggestions.
Ah,
I don't know even how to tell. Sumarati sa kanya.
let's take apart what could give you the edge you need.
What if you did the robot? What if you did the Kung Fu. Kung Fu na lang. Kung Fu.
Why not incorporate Kung Fu?
Yun nga maganda nga eh.
Did you
Anli
just
subok
say
lang. Anli subok.
Fu?
O, di ba?
Sure did. Throw a few kicks and
Kung
punches.
sa kakaanli
knock
subok
the
mo,
competition right out.
That's
di pumapasok, miski
actually
sense.
not a bad idea.
Sense,
Yeah.
di ba?
And it's not like martial
Ang nabuo
arts-based
yan, magiging
dancing
dollars
is entirely
na rin yan.
unheard of. But we don't know the first thing about Kung Fu.
Well, you're in luck. Kung Fu happens to
Kasi
be
nga,
a
di mo
hobby.
ako sa YouTube nga, di ba? Nagtsatsaga ako, di
No
ba?
way! That's so
Kahit
cool.
1 cent, 2 cents,
It's my
3
own
cents
style.
kada
You'll
live
find it
ko.
in any ancient scrolls.
Every cent counts.
It's flashy.
Perfect! So will you teach us?
I guess I'm gonna have to.
Sweet! Then let's get a quick demonstration.
Yung
Let's see
nagbigay,
some
thank you
ass-kicking
very much.
dance then.
Wait,
Sa may
Really?
nagpapa-ads, thank you very
really
much
have
pa
to
rin,
do this?
syempre.
Of course. How else are we gonna learn? Look up some random videos? We'll get to analyze your moves, your footwork, your breathing. We'll learn from the pro.
I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. What if my stuff doesn't fit your routine at all?
So, you're not gonna help us after all?
Pero, OG Yami,
If you're
may alam,
giving up after
kilalaman
stringing
ka ba
them
sa
along
pagtaas
this
ng
far,
subs
hang
subs
tight
ko?
while I dial 110.
Kasi,
Hold it.
Huh?
yung mga nagsasub sa akin, shit, na hindi ko naman kilala eh. Biglang dumadami yung subs ko, nagtataka lang talaga ako.
You know what?
Kaya baka
I
ako
think I
may
can
alam
wing
ka
it
dyan
well
eh.
enough.
Baka
I've
may
never done this before,
ino-focus-focus
though,
ka.
so don't get mad if it's crappy, okay?
Oh, don't be so hard on
Correct.
yourself.
Every
You're
sense
gonna do
counts.
fantastic.
Diba? Kahit nga sa Twitch, di ba? Sa Switch nga eh, nakaka $7 na ako doon. Malay mo, bago lang araw, makisandaan din ako doon.
Okay, what we'll do first is show you the opening 30 seconds of our routine until
Basta
the chorus
stream lang ng
hits.
stream.
While you're watching, keep an eye out for the parts that could use some kung fu moves.
Sure. Good plan.
Okay, so here's how we start.
Konti na nga lang eh, oh. Ano na tawag dito?
In there. Now you take it away.
Whoa.
Nasa mga 50 na lang
get
yata
top
ito eh. 55?
But you know what? May as well try.
Mga ganun,
That's the
50
spirit.
plus.
Ready for the music?
Para mag 2K. Sana all. Double you can play the rhythm with us.
Let's freaking dance.
Okay, let's dance. Dance revolution po na. Dance revolution eh. Hala. Okay.
Yagami-san, you're officially the best!
Agugu dancer ang puta. Macho dancer sa Japan. Japayukyuk.
Incredible. It's amazing! That was amazing! Wow! Wait, is that I could never do that. Gosh, I hope he doesn't knock someone out. See it? Oh, look at that. Did you see that? Yagami-san, what was that just now? I thought you said you couldn't dance.
Believe me, I'm just as surprised as you. Winning is part skill and part pulling it out of your ass.
I don't think a seasoned athlete could pull that off. Yagami-san, that was incredible. You're not just a pro, you're a master.
Wow, you're giving an amateur way
Shout out
too
to the
much
5
credit.
active viewers. Don't forget to like our live stream. Thank you very much. Happy Wednesday,
You don't
syempre.
realize it, but you have a gift for this. You're totally a born dancer.
I don't know about all that. What you call a gift, I call muscle memory.
O nga pala, OG Yami, nandiyan ka pa ba? Ano, okay na yung ano mo?
We're gonna use
Yung
every last
PS4
bit of it
Slim
in
mo.
our routine.
Pwede na tayo
If that's
mag-online.
okay. You seriously saved our necks just now, Yagami-san.
Hey, I'm just glad it all worked out.
If it's okay to ask, could you drop by and give us more pointers sometime? Ever since our advisor stopped showing, we've barely been keeping it together. And we could all use some guidance from someone we can trust.
If you guys will have me, then sure. Not sure I have many pointers left, though.
Oh, you're the best!
I think it's time we headed back now, Yagami-san.
Huh? Oh, sure. So, did I pass? I'd say I made plenty of headway with the dance.
Nice.
Indeed, you have.
Ay, yung internet niyo naman ang problema.
I'm still in shock over how easy
Ano ba yung
you won
PLDT
Mishi's
pa rin? Yung
ensemble.
PLDT?
Every time I've tried to
O
approach
yung
her,
Converge?
she reacts like I'm there to
Ay, sa mama mo,
accuse her of something.
sa mama mo pala yung PLDT, no?
Gee, I wonder why. I'm sure the MRC has gained some notoriety.
Well, all the more reason we need an amazing
Grabe,
advisor
ito sa babayad kayo ng buo.
Oh, I'm amazing now. Does this mean I'm no longer a criminal?
Yeah, I really should apologize for that at some point. Also, I have
Sa
another
amin
theory
yun, no,
as to
nung
why you
nawala
installed
ng
the
internet
camera.
nun mga ilang
Yeah.
araw.
Let's
Ano
hear
eh,
it.
tawag dun.
So, a hired
Binigyan kami ng
detective shows
discount.
up to covertly monitor a
Binawas.
specific group of students.
Sa PLDT.
Meanwhile, spreading through the news like wildfire is the case of Akihiro Ehara, a man connected to our
Bali mga ano
school.
yun, mga 3 araw walang internet.
Put those pieces
Kung naalala mo
together,
nung
and your
3
objective
araw
here
na
starts
hindi ako
taking shape.
nakapag-online.
But
Sky
I wouldn't want to
Cable.
hamper any important detective work of yours, so for now, I'll let that theory sit.
Nakakontrata. Hanggang kailan kontrata nyo doon? Kasi di ba pag natapos na kontrata nyo sa Sky Cable, pwede nyo na ipaputol.
At any rate, Yagami-san, I'll go ahead and let the chairman know.
Sobra naman sila, no?
That is to say,
Laging
I'll
ano,
formally
ganyan ang
request you
internet.
as our
Ang
advisor.
bayad nyo, magkano?
Well, that'd be great. But do you really think you'll hire me just like that?
Sure, so long as you're officially considered an
PLD.
outside guidance counselor. I don't see why not. Also, we do need
Sir
another
Mac, may
faculty
backup eh.
member as a supervisor, but that's more of a
May
formality.
Converge, may PLDT. Dalawa
Your only
bill eh.
responsibility
Sana
is
all.
signing the paperwork. You'll still be the one running the club. Our school makes you jump through a
Grabe,
lot
no?
of hoops
PLDT
just
na
to be
pala
welcomed
may-ari
as
ng ano,
guest, huh?
Sky?
Yeah, sounds like they won't let in just anybody.
Ano?
Anyway, is there a teacher you had in mind?
Yep, no worries
Pwede
there.
na kayo
The chairman actually
ano,
promised to sign
tapos
off
na
on
pala
whoever we
kontrata mo eh.
chose. Well, I made him promise might be a bit more accurate.
What?
Miski sa, ano,
Really?
sa Converge.
Man, I wish he'd told me. He told me the club's already had advisors and left it at that.
Tapos meron pang isa, yung
I doubt he
dito.
wants to actually
Dito
keep
ba
his
yun?
word. After all, if we get into trouble,
Ang
we're
malupit sana
directly
yung Starlink eh, no? 19,000
He
nga lang.
probably thinks the
Grabe.
MRC is a big enough liability as it is.
I wonder why.
Well, with all that said, welcome to the Mystery Research Club. Can't wait to see a real detective in action.
Hey, you'll get your chance, and it's a pleasure to be on board.
Oh, when you have a spare moment, could you join us in the club room for a talk?
Copy,
I'd like your
copy.
advice on another case we're monitoring.
What, you've got something besides the sugar baby?
Yes, and this one may actually be even nastier.
Mahina
In
ba
fact,
dyan yung mga
the sugar
ano?
baby may be but a single thread amidst a
Yung-
larger, more sinister web of conspiracies.
Yung mga modem na
But that's a
katulad
lot
sa
to
mga
digest, I
Globe.
know. I'll get you up to speed when you're free.
Okay. Not quite sure how to process that right now, but I'll make sure to swing by at some point.
Yung sa ano, no? Kaya ako, kahit pa ulit-ulit na tumatawag yung PLDT sa akin na ano, na kung gusto ko rin mag-upgrade kasi para daw tumaas yung ano ko, yung internet ko, ganyan, ganyan. Hindi ako pumapayag. Kaya sabi ko lang na hindi ko naman kailangan mag-upgrade ka ako, cellphone at YouTube lang ang ginagawa ko. Kaya hanggang ngayon, 999 pa rin yung bill ko. Plus 400 sa ano, sa telephone line. Now, where do basketball go after school then? Head to the MRC school stories. Head to the gymnasium. Galing na sample yung dito, okay yun sana eh, pero okay. Pero siyempre kung ano, kung mas okay naman yung signal kaysa sa ano, lagi namang ganyan wala kayong internet, naka-fiber, naka-line nga kayo sa Sky Cable. Lagi namang ganyan ang internet niyo. E di lipat na lang kayo sa ano, at least pwede pang prepaid, di ba? Walang only. Wala na ba yung promo ng ano, ng mga smart globe na ano, yung 50 pesos only, tapos o kaya 300 pesos or how many days na only, gano'n. Ano, dami, no? 150 gigs.
Hey guys, how we all doing? Sweating it out on some layups?
Who are you?
My name's Yagami. I've been the MRC's advisor for all of a couple minutes, and I need to ask the basketball club a few questions.
Okay.
There was a student teacher who used to hang around here as recent as, what, October? Miko Shiba's the name.
Oh yeah,
Buti meron ka ng PC na
Anyway, he stopped
pinag-editan.
showing up out of nowhere. Any of you
Gaganda
have
ng mga
any theories?
edits mo.
Okay, scratch that. Then, what kind of teacher was he?
2 gig lang ba yun?
Is he nice?
50
Is he a
pesos.
jerk?
107
I wouldn't say
gigs.
jerk, but he was enthusiastic.
Yeah, I mean, he
Pang
did show
cellphone
up
talaga
almost
lang, ano?
daily.
The club was really good back in his day. That's probably why he had us hustling even harder than the coach.
So, would you say he was on good terms with you all?
I guess. Wait, where's Koda and them?
Oh, from class 2 too? I don't know. I haven't seen Matsu, Nakane, anyone.
Something special about Class 2 too?
Well, yeah.
Nakikihiram
Koda's in
pa rin
2
dati
too, and she
kapalit
was
nung
Mikoshiba Sensei's
ilang SME
star
worth.
pupil.
Star pupil? I do know who you're talking about, by the way. Are you saying she was favored
Yos, at
over
least
the
may
others?
part-time ka.
In a
Sana
way,
all.
Mikoshiba Sensei worked her harder because she hadn't played basketball till
Kahit nga, at least meron
See,
kang
most of us already
pinag-aanuhan.
had tons of experience by the time we joined. So,
Habang ano
anyone
dyan,
starting as late as now has to
online
be really
job.
athletic to keep up with the team.
Work from home.
Mikoshiba Sensei knew that too. I'd say him looking after Koda did us all a favor.
Wow, sounds like the model instructor.
If you say so. But I'm not sure Koda felt that way.
Oh?
Mikoshiba Sensei might have just thought it was tough love, but I think he went overboard with the teasing sometimes.
Oo nga,
Like,
nakita ko
you
nga
make her
dami.
shoot and then
Kaya
you
nga
go,
lahat
"See,
lahat
that was how
nakaklik na yung
not
notify
to
mo
do
mo
it."
eh.
Are you saying he would mock her?
Lahat yan, binibisita ko,
That makes
piski
it sound
TikTok.
bad. He was doing it
Binibisita ko
because
yan.
he cared, I think.
Hey, wasn't Mikoshiba Sensei the one who started the whole arousing thing? He said the way she held the ball was arousing. Said it was her main contribution.
That's not true.
Palitan lang
She's
ba,
got a
palitan?
nice chest too.
That's fair. Anyway, when Mikoshiba Sensei stopped coming, the guys in 2-2 were all like,
Okay, what did Koda do to him?
Are you implying they had a relationship?
Beats me. Mikoshiba Sensei did anything like that, he would have gotten canned on the spot.
yeah, people like to gossip, but as they say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Maybe Koda-san's the reason he was always so fired up.
Maybe she's the reason he got fired.
Puro mga flat-chested
Writing on her
naman to
hand
mga Haponesang to.
Wasn't some random insult.
Are we about done here?
Last thing, where are Koda-san and the others? Are they often this late?
No. Everyone's usually here by now.
Maybe they're still in their classroom?
Okay, then I think that about does it. Back to work for the both of us, huh?
spacing out on me? Look at me when I'm talking.
You can't face us because you're weak. Who gave you permission to quit anyway? Newsflash, you're nothing without the club.
Yeah, think about us for a second. Who has to pick up all the grunt work when you're gone?
Maybe she feels special after what happened at lunch. Like people suddenly give a shit about her.
Doesn't give you the right to ditch practice. Talk about selfish, am I right?
Stop it.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Is that all you know how to say? You think we're letting a stuck-up bitch like you give the orders?
You guys still haven't learned to play fair?
This fucking guy. Why's your dirty old ass still here?
Attention students! Be on the lookout for a creeper showing up in your classrooms!
If I were you, I'd watch my mouth around a club advisor.
Say what?
I'm Yagami, from the Yagami Detective Agency, and your chairman just hired me to advise the Mystery Research Club.
Bullshit.
I guess word hasn't gotten around? Maybe I'll let a few wisecracks slide for now then. But mark my words, I'll be here every day of the week, so be on your best behavior.
We'd better get to practice.
Yeah, you do that. Oh, and
Tameme
break a leg
sila
out
eh.
there.
Ano.
Lots of-
Mabulis ang puta. Mabulis!
Not very nice, are they? Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Koda-san, I'm sorry to spring this on you, but as I said, I'm a detective, and I need to talk about Hiro Mikoshiba. He started training as a teacher here pretty recently, right? And one day he just stopped showing up? At the time, did you notice anything strange about him? Maybe he seemed troubled, or you saw him hanging around strangers?
Why are you asking me?
The basketball club members think you and Mikoshiba might have been close, at least at practice.
They said that?
Well, I suppose there wasn't much truth to what I'd heard then. Don't sweat it. Just so you know, I'm actually going to be hanging around here at the school for a little while longer. If it's cool, I hope we can find a way to be friends. See ya.
Wait a sec. Earlier today, it was your voice that I heard, wasn't it? I just never expected anyone to actually stand up for me in school. But you could say I didn't really stand up to them for myself much either. We all just treated it like it was a normal thing. Sometimes people would even laugh about it. But then, today, something changed.
Leave her alone.
Everyone suddenly decided to take a stand like they'd seen enough. I couldn't believe it. But that first voice, the one that told them to stop, that was your voice, wasn't it, Yagami-san?
Who could say?
I knew it. It was you. Thank you so much for that. Today was eye-opening. I never thought about how horribly I was being treated until everyone stood up for me. What's more, it made me see that I was strong. In fact, I finally stood up to the basketball kids.
So you did. Is that what made you decide to quit the club?
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to play basketball in a real team. I used to read this manga that made it look so cool. In a comic, even if you're a terrible player, the team always tries to lift you up. I tried. I wanted it to work, even if all they did was tear me down. But today, I just up and quit. That's not cool at all, is it?
You did nothing wrong, Koda-san. Truth is, there's a lot of injustice in the world that goes unseen. And some people decide it's easier to be part of the problem than be part of the solution. The kind of people who only feel joy when they see others in pain. You can only do so much to make people see the light. At some point, you've just got to let them go. You know what I mean? Then there's no shame in quitting.
But Yagami-san, I think you can only say that because you're such a strong person.
Okay. In that case, we won't call it quitting.
Huh?
You can play. Doesn't have to be with the basketball club.
Shout out,
Practice,
James Robert.
you wouldn't even need a
Robert
school basketball
Puhan.
club to
Salamat
get to where you want to
pag-visit
be.
ka.
If this sport is what you want to do with your life, I guarantee you there's going to be a path for you to take. And all you have to do is find that path. I mean, it's got to be out there. And then you don't have to call it quitting.
I don't know about that. Are you sure? I mean, wouldn't that be cheating?
Come on, try to work with me here.
So, the MRC, you're the advisor? Yagami-san?
Yeah.
Thank
If you need
you
anything,
sa
you just
pagbisita,
let us
James
know.
Robert.
Anything at
Yeah.
all. For example, if you hit any more trouble with those basketball club kids, you find me.
Sure.
You've got this.
Oh, Mr. Detective. Yagami-san, right?
Yeah. Shouldn't you be at practice with everyone else?
Yeah, well, remember Matsune and Sakaki? You know, the two other guys I'm always hanging around? They're ready to talk to you about Mikoshiba-sensei now.
Huh.
Well, Detective, I think they have a lead for you.
Mukhang ano to,
Hey.
trap.
You're here on some kind of case, right? You know, Mikoshiba-sensei talked to us pretty often. I think maybe we can help. That is, if you
Don't
wouldn't mind
trust that
starting fresh
biatch.
with all of us.
Oh. Turning over a new leaf, are we?
We kinda have to. How else are we gonna get good college recommendations? It would really bite us in the ass if you went and narked on us, so... Will you at least hear us out? Matsune and the rest are just upstairs. Please, be a nice guy. We're really sorry.
Okay. I see where this is going. How many guys are up there waiting to jump me? The next floor up is for third years, right? You rope some of your senpais into this too?
Wow, you don't even know us and you're throwing out accusations like that? How are we supposed to become upstanding citizens with teachers like this? It's just not fair.
Fine. I'll hear you out. Tell your friends I'm on my way.
Really? Awesome!
Shout out 6 active viewers. Thank you for visiting DADI OBI TV. Don't forget to like our live stream. Thank you very much. Enjoy watching Yagami-san on Lost Judgment.
Over here, Yagami-san! Sorry to drag you all the way up here for this.
You wanted to talk to me? About Mikoshiba-sensei?
What? I can't hear a word you're saying, man. Why don't you come closer so we don't have to shout?
Yeah, let's get this over with.
Truck nga ang puti.
So many of you. You guys all
Dami
know
naghahanap ng sakit ng
Mikoshiba-sensei?
katawan na naman.
Nah, that's not how our senpai friends roll. They know the Yokohama Leomon.
Yokohama Ryumon? You mean the local gang?
Hell yeah. I've got a friend who's in deep with those guys. I scratch their back by bringing them chicks to hang out with, and they scratch mine by tipping me for it. It's a pretty sweet deal, actually. Also, we've got a little thing going. I get to drop the Leomon name if I need him to handle some business.
So you sell them girls in exchange for honorary membership? You need to find better friends.
Don't talk to me like you know me. I stay on their good side and I get my personal bodyguards. I work with the tools I've got to get to the top.
So you got it all
Shout out,
figured
7
out,
active
don't you?
viewers. Thank you very much.
You're missing the big picture.
For visiting your
They're gonna turn the
old
table so
daddy.
fast you won't know what hit you.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. But I wouldn't worry about me right now. You're the one who's got the real problem on his hands.
You get it? From now on, if you even lay a finger on us, you offend the Yokohama Leomon, and they'll take that personally. You see what deep shit you're in here, Yagami-san?
So how
Puno
about
kayo
it?
naghahanap ng sakit
You
ng
know
katawan.
how to
Yari
say
kayo
you're
kaya kami.
sorry? Cash for our pain and suffering.
Oh yeah? How much are we talking here? Grand?
$1 million. If you're short, I'd be happy to hook you up with a loan shark. I know a guy who lends for the Seiryu clan Yakuza.
First it's a gang, now it's the Yakuza. Keep bringing adult shit into this, I'm gonna start treating you like one.
Huh?
You wanna see what happens to gang members? I'll show you.
You sure you want to do that? We're gonna charge you extra.
Oh, you got this shit down, Matsui. Let's take this asshole down! Fuck him up!
Let's go! One more. More.
Ugh, my eyes.
Shit.
Can't see?
Got you now! No, you don't! Huh?
Yari kayo.
Did he just jump off?
Nah. He's just hiding in the dark. Like a scared little cockroach. You guys go look for him and tell me when you find him. I'll go for a smoke.
Okay, sounds good. You got this in the bag.
Senpai, what do we do?
You guys follow me. We'll all smoke together till we get an update.
Sure, I'll come with.
Senpai's the toughest around, and the coolest.
Ah, well.
Yari
All for
ka,
my
nasa
adorable little underlings.
Defeat the punks again. Kaya natin yung mga punks. Saan tayo pupunta? Ayan yan, nasa dulo. Get that first. Toughness.
Tastes good, Senpai? Smoking a cigarette in the classroom?
Let's start again, boys.
So you came all this way just to get your ass kicked.
Hey, Akane! Go get the other senpais!
Okay, I'm on it.
You guys better watch out. If your teacher busts you smoking, won't you get in big trouble? On the other hand, you guys could use a lesson in manners, and I'd be happy to teach you.
Huh? What the hell?
Bastard! So this is where you were hiding.
Now what? That mouth of yours won't get you out of this. I'm taking you down!
Sabi niyo lang yan.
Don't give me that smug look.
Let's go. Watch this.
You're walking away. I think you're walking away.
Ah, dito ah. Saksak mo ako dyan ah. Tama siya dun ah. Nasaksak.
Jeez. This guy's a maniac.
He's too good at this, man.
Hey, you mentioned compensation for pain and suffering. That still sound like a good idea?
No, we were just being stupid. Could you maybe forget all that?
Then from here on out, we're buds, right?
Ow! Ah, my shoulder! Holy shit, that hurts, Yagami-san!
Tell me everything you know about Mikoshiba. After all, you guys were pretty close, right?
The spunks again, yeah.
Mikoshiba Sensei showed up to practice, like, basically every day. Kind of a pain in the ass, if I'm being honest.
As soon as our coach would leave, it's like a switch would flip and he'd start drilling us. He'd make us do like 10 sets of cross-court dashes. And if even one of us lagged behind, it meant 10 more. For all of us. That made it obvious real quick. Koda was our weakest link.
So Mikoshiba was especially harsh on her then?
Yeah, because she's such a freaking klutz. Even the first years got sick of her eventually. Only thing she did right was unite the team against her.
You gang up and belittle a single defenseless girl, a beginner in your sport, and you call that unity. Real classy. Listen up. Mikoshiba's parents have reported him missing. Foul play could be in the works here. He's been gone for far too long.
Hey, you think maybe Koda did it? Some kind of crime of passion?
This isn't the time for bullshit. Or you want to keep going?
Nope. I'll pass.
Have you talked to Sawa-sensei yet? He probably knows Mikoshiba-sensei better than anyone.
All she told me was how exemplary he was, both as a student and a student teacher. And that he looked out for you guys, out of some sort of camaraderie.
Huh? She really talked him up that good?
Why, something off about that?
It's just... Sawa-sensei was really cold to him, no matter what he'd do. I actually brought that up to him one day. And it turns out the rumors were right.
Rumors?
Back when Mikoshiba-sensei was a student, one of his classmates apparently committed suicide. And Sawa-sensei suspected him of bullying the kid. I don't think he ever really got past that. He'd get all depressed sometimes.
Really? Sawa-sensei thought Mikoshiba was a bully?
Oh yeah. I actually asked him about it once, but he just laughed it off.
I teach English, and that's what I was focused on. So as far as I knew, Mikoshiba-kun was a good student with solid grades back then. And during his time in training, I was under the impression he got along with the students just fine.
What did she really think about Mikoshiba? I'll have to press her on it. Hi there. Has Sawa-sensei gone home?
Actually, she's in a meeting with the chairman.
So then she's at his office?
Yes, but I think they may have some visitors.
Gotcha. Thanks.
Suspicious.
Thank you, King Han, sa pagbisita. Thank you.
Pardon. Yagami-san. Those men are with the Kanagawa police. They said they're here to make inquiries about Mikoshiba-kun's disappearance.
And they asked to see Sawa-sensei too?
Yes. But I have to ask, can you tell me what's really going on? You were asking questions about Mikoshiba-kun as well.
I should leave it to the police to fill you in on that. I mean, their sources are probably more recent than mine. They should have the latest details.
Mikoshiba-kun is no longer with us, is he? Then it's just as I feared.
So, ayun. Natapos na uli ang ating laro at chapter sa Lost Judgments. So, maraming salamat sa mga bumisita. Kay King Hans, thank you. Kay OG Yami Ken Let's Play, shoutout, thank you. James Robert Sapungan, shoutout, thank you sa pagbisita. Kay Twin B, Song Red, at kay Mikri, thank you rin sa pagbisita. So, I see you again in my next stream. Baka mag-stream tayo ulit, pero baka different laro. Kasi gusto ko ituloy ito about in a different one. So, again, see you again next time. Daddy loves you all. Yeah.